Greeting to our viewers and friends who have joined us on 24 Hours channel. What has and noteworthy events have taken place today? What is special about the political and social situation both domestically and internationally? Let's find out with us right away.
Ladies and gentlemen, recently, Typhoon Talon made its second landfall in mainland China, forcing hundreds of thousands of people to evacuate urgently. Due to the impact of the storm, the Jiathine region in Jiangxi province experienced the heaviest rainfall in history, with more than 141 millimeters of rain falling within 1 hour. Numerous large trees were uprooted, fences were torn down, and some trucks were overturned due to the strong winds. The typhoon even brought the carcass of a whale ashore, attracting crowds to come and see. The aftermath of Typhoon Talon's landfall in southern China has been severe. According to Xinhua, the second landfall occurred at 5:45 am on Tuesday in Beihai City, Guangxi Province, and at 9 am on the same day in Zhanjiang City, Guangdong Province. Maximum wind speeds near the storm's center reached up to 90 kilometers per hour, moving northwest at a speed of 15 to 20 kilometers per hour. In Kamchao, the port and Songke areas of Guangzhou Province, wind gusts reached nearly 119 kilometers per hour. Talon was considered a serious tropical storm, with wind speeds exceeding 150 kilometers per hour, a rare occurrence for a storm at the beginning of the rainy season. According to Xinhua, nearly 230,000 people in Guangdong Province were evacuated to safe places before the typhoon made landfall, including over 8,000 fish farmers who were brought ashore. Local authorities also ordered the closure of dozens of coastal tourist spots and required residents to stay indoors, close all businesses and schools starting from Monday afternoon. Additionally, Chinese authorities issued flood warnings. The China Meteorological Administration issued a red warning for floods in some areas due to Typhoon Talon. Among them, the southern regions of Guangdong Province were in the storm's path. This was the first red warning of 2023. Meanwhile, authorities in Guangdong, Hainan, and Guangxi provinces were rushing to prepare for the typhoon. In the aftermath of the storm's impact, high-speed rail and suburban train services in Hainan were suspended. Roads connecting the tourist island were closed until the following day, and Zhuhai Airport in Guangdong canceled 43 incoming and 36 outgoing flights on Monday. Other airports in Haikou and Guangnan also canceled all flights to and from the region. The provincial government of Fujian declared a state of emergency due to the storm, with heavy rain and thunderstorms predicted to persist through the weekend in most districts and cities. In Hong Kong, the city's stock exchange halted trading due to the storm, and all court sessions in the city were postponed. The Hong Kong Airport Authority reported that over 1,000 passengers were affected by cancelled or delayed flights. According to state media in China, as Typhoon Talon passed through Guangdong Province, fire and rescue forces saved many people trapped in vehicles due to fallen trees, as well as clearing obstacles and coordinating traffic. Fuzhou City in Fujian Province was also affected by the typhoon. Videos shared on Chinese social media showed people feeling extremely lucky to be safe while their vehicles, belongings, and furniture were washed away or damaged by the floods. Local authorities have been advised to be prepared to cope with the storm, inspect drainage systems in cities, farmland, and fish ponds. The Transportation Management Agency has deployed rescue forces to deal with the storm. The Chinese Ministry of Transport said that 57 types of rescue vessels, 5 helicopters, and 8 emergency rescue teams are on standby to respond to the storm. The Central Weather Forecasting Agency predicted that Typhoon Talon may weaken and dissipate in northern Vietnam on July 2019. A thunderstorm collapsed a waiting house at a port, resulting in 1 death and 3 serious injuries. In Vietnam, due to the impact of Typhoon Talon, many areas in the Mekong Delta experienced heavy rain, thunderstorms, and tidal surges, causing significant damage to the local population. Recently, in An Son Commune, Kien Hai District, Kinjiang Province, a large tornado occurred, causing a waiting house at the high-speed boat pier in Group 5, Q Tron Hamlet, to collapse, resulting in 1 tourist's death on the spot, and 3 others were injured, one of whom was seriously injured. According to initial information, the deceased victim was Ms. Dothy Tiarami, born on the 10th of February, 1986, and a resident of Bao Tri Hamlet, Wangtanfu Commune, Dakho District, Longan Province. She was a tourist stranded on the island commune. Miss Du Thioyen Gen, born on the 19th of April, 1981, a resident of Morhai Hamlet, Maihan Nam Commune, Dakho District, Longan Province, is the elder sister of Tia Raimi and suffered severe injuries. The other two injured people are Mr. Li Tuan Vu, born in 1992, and Mrs. Trong Bi Bei, born in 1975. After the incident, the Ansan Commune People's Committee mobilized emergency response forces to provide first aid to the injured and handle the aftermath of the deceased person, while requesting assistance from the Xinjiang Provincial People's Committee and the Steering Committee for Natural Disaster Prevention and Search and Rescue to transport the Hobin ship for emergency rescue operations for the victims. Yesterday afternoon, Mr. Lam Minthan, head of the Provincial Steering Committee for Natural Disaster Prevention, Search, and Rescue, and chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, directed the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development to lead and coordinate with relevant agencies and localities to promptly arrange transportation for emergency response to the victims of the storm in Ansan Commune, Qinghai District. The Department of Health contacted the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development to be aware of the situation and to proactively direct the preparation of medical vehicles and equipment for timely rescue, support, and providing the best conditions for the victims and taking them back to their hometowns. According to the Steering Committee for Natural Disaster Prevention, Search, and Rescue of Xinjiang Province, from the day before yesterday to yesterday, heavy rain combined with thunderstorms caused 10 houses to collapse, and 27 west-southwest seasonal wind houses to operate strongly, creating big waves and strong winds that sank a tourist boat in Qinghai District. In addition, the thunderstorm uprooted 35 trees and broke an estimated power pole. The total material damage was over 1.2 billion dong. In Kaimao, due to the impact of the first storm, high tides combined with large waves caused significant damage to people in coastal areas of Yumen District. At around 5 p.m. on the second day, at Kanhoi Estuary, Kanhoi Commune, Yumen District, there was a high tide accompanied by large waves, which flooded hundreds of houses in AP1 and AP3. Mr. Nguyen Minh Than, a local resident, said that this high tide was the largest ever, rising more than 0.5 meters above the ground. The waves were almost 1 meter high. The high tide lasted for about an hour, flooding hundreds of houses, damaging household items, especially electronic devices. Ms. Tran Hongni, another local resident, said that the strong waves caused her and her husband to fall, and the deep flood water damaged household items, such as refrigerators and washing machines. The Meteorological and Hydrological Station forecasts that, due to the influence of the first storm, the province will experience widespread thunderstorms, locally with strong intensity, accompanied by gusty winds at level 6 and 7 and very dangerous lightning. Areas with a high possibility of thunderstorms and intense lightning include Phenghip, Vaitu, Longmai districts, and the city of Vaithan. Typhoon Talon continues to weaken and is gradually downgraded to a tropical low-pressure system, which still poses a high risk of thunderstorms, tornadoes, and strong gusty winds within the residual impact of the storm both before and during its landfall. Therefore, people still need to be cautious of heavy rainfall and regularly monitor weather conditions to promptly implement coping measures. In southern China, heavy rain has caused disasters in many places, with streets heavily flooded, cars submerged, and people's mobility impeded. In Hangzhou, elevators turned into waterfalls, and vehicles were submerged in water. On Wednesday evening, Hangzhou, Zhejiang Province, experienced a heavy rainstorm accompanied by locally strong winds ranging from level 6 to 8 and intense thunder and lightning. The Hangzhou Meteorological Observatory issued a red storm warning. Videos showed many roads and residential areas in the main urban area of Hangzhou being heavily flooded, with vehicles submerged in water. Elevators and staircases in residential buildings turned into waterfalls. In Wutai, Jiangsu Province, torrential rain flooded the city, and some people used surfboards to get to work. In July 2020, in Wutai, Jiangsu Province, there was sudden heavy rain, and streets were heavily flooded, with some road sections submerged. In the morning, the Wutai Meteorological Observatory issued a red storm warning. The heavy rain caused the water level of Tai Lake to rise, and fish drifted onto the streets in Wutai. A car was driving in the flooded area, and the person recording the video captured fish jumping in the water. Due to blocked roads, some boys used surfboards to move in the stagnant water. There were also citizens directly using surfboards to commute. In Nanjing, 2 men were swept away by floods while seeking shelter from the sudden heavy rain. On Wednesday afternoon, Nanjing City, Jiangsu Province, unexpectedly experienced heavy rain. 3 men sought shelter at a drainage ditch in Sishan Bridge, Yuhuatai District, to avoid the rain. However, they accidentally slipped into the ditch and were swept away by the flood. 1 person managed to climb to safety, while the other 2 went missing. That concludes our news report for today. Please leave any contributions in the comments section below. If you found this information useful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for your attention, and we'll see you again soon.
Yes, dear viewer, that concludes today's news. We sincerely thank you and everyone who has been following our news. We wish you and your family good health and happiness. If you find it enjoyable, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to the top right corner of the screen to not miss the latest news that we will update. For now, goodbye and see you again.